I am an actor.
I'm a physician. I practice emergency medicine.
I work at BuzzFeed.
And I teach high school math.
There's nowhere we'd rather be right now than taking this awful, awful test.
We take the SATs in high school, right? See, this is already going bad.
I studied for probably an entire year for this exam.
I didn't study like a lot of the other folks.
My father got this video where it taught sense memory. If you smell an apple, you'll remember certain phrases and words and equations. So I brought my apple today.
I am a teacher and I do value standardized testing, but I also think that the SATs advantage privileged populations. And so students who don't have the opportunity to take extra classes won't do as well, which isn't fair.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready.
Can you show this on the internet? I don't know. I don't want to say it out loud, but that's my general attitude. So.
He said, F this. I wrote about Hitler. This can't be good.
I wrote about rappers, so I felt like what I wrote was kind of like what Kanye would say. So I'm very confident in what I wrote.
All right, question 17 in section 2. In the XY plane, which I have no idea what that is anymore, the line L passes through the origin and what is an origin?
Harry Potter family symbol or something like that.
You guys are on number 6?
Look at them.
Catch up.
This is important. Sentence 3. The harmful effects of smoking on the vascular system are increasingly well documented. That's a fact.
Whoever wrote these paragraphs sounds like a complete douchebag when they write.
Yeah, I think it's written in the most convoluted way possible to test your reading comprehension, but in fact, it's like bad writing.
I'm gonna cry. This is so bad. Okay. All right.
That's not as bad as I thought.
Hey, I'll take it.
My math is lower than everything else, which is horribly embarrassing, even though I scored pretty good.
So in high school, I had a perfect score in math, and it's my worst score here.
Failed at math.
For me personally, I don't think it's going to change anything at this point. You know, I'm not planning on going back to undergrad. I think I've done enough school at this point.
It was more a test of who knew the tricks around the problems rather than how smart you actually are.
I think it's good to have a standardized test, honestly, but don't stress too much about it.
I mean, do well enough to get into undergrad or whatever, but once you're there, just work hard there. So your life is not defined by any one score.
Okay, so I think it's a really great idea about the whole SAT thing. Like, why wouldn't you want a kid that is a straight A student, does all your community service and everything else that you need in school, not to get into school if they have bad SAT grades? I think it's perfect.
We really love the SATs.
Yeah, I really like it too.
They're really nice. The long hours, early mornings.
There's too many questions though. I don't like it. And I don't like playing in the bubbles. It's really annoying.
Yes, they hurt my eyes sometimes.
Me too. Yeah, my eyes hurt. I need glasses.
I love the SAT.
You got it, Gary.
I love SAT. I love it.
I'm involved in so many school activities and I take hard classes, but my SAT score is bad and therefore I can't go to college. Yay!
Good. I love the SAT. Alright, hi, I'm Tom Lloyd and I go to Red Bank Regional and I'm nervous about the SAT next year because I'm not a very good student. And go Bucks.
I'm captain of the debate team, captain of the math club. I have a 4.0 GPA and I got a 1600 on the SATs, but somehow I couldn't even get into Fairleigh Dickinson. I don't understand.
We love the SAT.
We love the SAT.
Yeah. Go out for the SAT.
You
want me to talk about the pros and cons of the SAT test? Alright, well, let's start with the pros. So, the pros of the test are, well, there really are no pros to the SAT test. We really need to get rid of it. And the cons of the SAT test, well, don't even get me started. First is stress. Now, stress is a major factor of the SAT. You know, all the time and effort that it takes to, get ready for the SAT, whether it's, taking SAT courses, or just studying, or just stressing about how the SAT test has become, do or die for getting into college. It's way too much on students. Next, it does not show a student's full potential. I mean, students may be, really, really intelligent. They may have, a 4.0 GPA. They may get great grades, work really hard in school. But then, they take the SAT test and they have a lousy day, or, maybe testing just isn't their thing. And because they don't do well on the SAT test, they don't get into, potentially a great college that they wanted to get into. It's an unfair system.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you...
Hello, my name's Sophia, and I'm a straight-A student. I pass all of my courses, excelling. But I'm not a good test taker, so every time I sit down for my SATs, I'm more flustered, and I can never get good enough grades to get into colleges like Harvard, Yale, or Princeton.
Do you like the SATs, mister?
Yes.
Is that sarcastic?
Yeah.